It's the Joel Shit Show featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So, tomorrow's episode, Saturday's episode, and Sunday's episode probably won't make it up till Monday because I'm going out of town. I'm going to Las Vegas, and it's a friend's birthday, and it's a big surprise, except it isn't anymore because he found out, because his wife can't keep a secret. So it'll still be fun. I wasn't really keen on the whole surprise thing anyway. I just thought it would be nice to see him, and that's what I'm going to do, you know. I actually sent a message to Carl from Carl's Cards, and I said, hey, you going to be in Vegas that weekend? We could do a show together. Haven't heard back, so probably not. But it's okay. He's a busy man. Got a lot of stuff to do. No one else is going to wiggle those boobs for him. He's got to do it himself. So, I had a bunch of cards added to check out my cards. Username Joel Shit Show. Added a bunch of Topps Mayo. How do you pronounce that? Mayo, Mayo? If I would just look at like one box break on YouTube, I would know how people are pronouncing it. But instead, I do this. I sold 5 or 6 cards, and then I added a bunch of 2000 Bowman Chrome Baseball, and they've been moving pretty well, really. I sold 3 Canseco's and a Mark Grace for $0.25 each, and you know, those are book value 60, 75 cents, so that's fine. And I sold a couple of the base cards too, not the parallels. But I mean, this is what I'm noticing. If you want to have some fun with some money, look for a set that nobody's selling on Check Out My Cards. There's a ton of them. You know, 2000 Bowman Chrome was one of them. Now I've got that market quartered. I mean, you can be my competition if you want, but I'm not really making any money on this. Find a set that nobody's selling, and find a box or a case of those cards. Rip the box, rip the case, send them in. If the common price, if the commons are booking at 50 cents or higher, it's worth it. So pretty much any Chrome, you know, just to pick up, like I've got a bunch of 2002 Topps Chrome Baseball. I'm probably going to send those in at some point because people are fucking buying them. And you know, really, if you're going to get 25, 50 cents for these, you know, they're not commons, but like a lot of these Chrome sets, the size of the set's so small that most of the commons are still stars. You know, like I think Grace is considered a common, but he's Mark Grace. He's not really a common. You know, he's not a stud, but he's a semi-star. But you know, you get to open something old, and you get to be like, oh yeah, I forgot Chad Hutchinson was a baseball player. You know, stuff like that. This guy just opened a box of 2003 Bowman something. It was a baseball box. It was a dual auto of Quincy Carter and Chad Hutchinson because they were both baseball players, and they both ended up sucking for the Cowboys as quarterbacks. It's kind of a funny dual auto, actually. I kind of want it. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I sold some cards on there. It was a pretty slow day. I did my show at KSCU. I made a bunch of mistakes, but it didn't seem to matter. The internet feed was pretty crowded, so thank you for listening. See, advertising works. And guy came on after me. I drove home. Girlfriend went to the Indigo Girls show, but if she had a shit show, she would talk about it, but she doesn't, so she won't. And I didn't go because I had to do my show. She was trying to tease me and be like, oh, you wouldn't want to go to the Indigo Girls show. I was like, sure I would. And that turns out the show's on Wednesday. I totally would have gone. Are you kidding me? But that's okay. Next time they're here, it probably won't be a Wednesday, and I can prove my worth then. Tori Amos announced her concert, or her date, speaking of angsty women, and she's playing at the Paramount for 2 nights in Oakland. I don't know that Tori is still big enough to play at the Paramount, let alone twice. But I guess we'll find out, huh? I bet I can get tickets for $10 the day of the show. I bet you that. There's going to be plenty of tickets available. We'll see. I think it's in July sometime. But yeah, and remember, Tori Amos, like anus. It's not Amos. I love it when people go, oh, I love Tori Amos. Uh-huh. It's just like people who can't pronounce Annie/Ani DeFranco, except I don't know how to pronounce that one, but I don't like her, so it's okay. You know, it's probably Ani DeFranco, because why would you mispronounce it Ani? Annie is your first instinct. That's how you think it should be pronounced. So the fact that anyone says Ani, that must be the right way. I don't know, but then why would people say Amos? I don't know. And how do I know? Because when I was in college, we had a PSA cart of Tori reading something. Why can't she read? Tori reading something about domestic violence or some kind of a battered women something, and she goes, "Hi, my name is Tori Amos," and that's how you know, because she's going to pronounce her own name right. She's not going to do like Davy Lopes and be like, "Oh, well, it's the 1970s and nobody really likes Latin people yet, so because that 70s show won't come out until the 90s, so I'm going to call myself Davy Lopes, and no one's going to know that I'm secretly Latino, because no one even says Latino. It's the 1970s. We say Chicano. Chicano in Chicago." So, it's probably one of those things, except it's not. Tori would not mispronounce her name. She wouldn't dare. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.